Hi everybody, John Campy here for your AMCentertainment.com. I'm the senior editor for Script to Screen. Earlier this week, I had a chance to go to Beverly Hills, California and sit down with Zac Efron, Claire Danes, Christian McKay, and director Richard Linklater and talk to them about their new film, Me and Orson Welles. Now, Me and Orson Welles is actually a really entertaining little film about a young man, played by Zac Efron, who has dreams of becoming an actor. He moves to New York and joins the cast of director Orson Welles' Julius Caesar. Along the way, he meets and falls in love with one of his staff members, Sonia, played by Claire Danes. And as the relationships get more complicated, the story really begins to unfold. It's an entertaining, fun little film that I very much enjoyed, and I think you will too. Now, to start off my conversation, I began by asking director Richard Linklater, of all the films he's done, he's done Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, something like School of Rock, Scanner Darkly, why suddenly did he want to go and do a 1930s film about Orson Welles?
Well, I was just compelled. I love that period. I've always loved the music from that period, and, culturally I love the movies of that era. So, it's just one more thing I'm interested in. So when I read this book, it was like, oh gosh, how great would that be to be able to do this? So we just proceeded and, got lucky. We were able to make the movie. But, any story, it kind of compels you to try to make I'm pretty promiscuous that way. I think I can make a film about almost anything. So I don't have a standard definition for myself as a filmmaker, what I do, what I don't do. So I'm kind of open.
I like that philosophy. That's how I want to be. I wish I could honestly say that this was like a calculated decision, that I've got some kind of game plan that I'm following here, but I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I don't know. I to be honest, right now it was just sort of a role that I liked that worked out, and a movie that I feel like I lucked into, very much like Richard does in the movie. He kind of falls into this play and is taken on this whirlwind adventure. That's very much what happened to me. I'm trying to, in increments of like 30 or so years, go back in time.
You'll hit every decade eventually.
Yeah, we'll eventually get to medieval someday. Yeah. I think it was a different environment. It was something that was new. It was a bit, a bit scary at first. I didn't know if I could pull it off. I didn't really know what to expect, and I knew it would be a stretch. And but to be honest, that's sort of been kind of like a compass for me. The more something is a bit intimidating at first, that kind of means go for it for me. It's like, I always look forward to a challenge and look forward to growing and doing something just beyond anyone's expectations. And I think that's what this movie was for me, and I'm very grateful for it. For me, in particular, she was just very open, very supportive, and very sharing, and kind. She gave a lot and was helping me kind of figure this out. I was nervous at first, and after 10 minutes of hanging out with Claire and seeing how real she was and down to earth, and she was beyond my my wildest expectations of how cool she could have been. So I'll forever be in her debt for taking me under her wing.
Me and Orson Welles opens in select cities November 25th. Make sure to check out AMCentertainment.com for a location near you. Now check back again in a couple days as we present part 2 of our Me and Orson Welles interviews, as we talk to actress Claire Danes and Orson Welles himself, Mr. Christian McKay, who, as we discuss, has played Orson Welles before. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the address listed below. Until next time, my name is John Campia.